My name is Warren Myers. I drum, and I'm a student leader at Mixed Youth. I first came to Rev with my family when I was around 11. My family was hooked immediately. I was in the kids section at this point. Pretty soon I will have been at Revolution Church for half of my life. I almost remember being at Revolution Church more than I remember not being at Revolution Church. This place, my church family, I don't know where I would be without them. In 2016, my mom passed away a few months before I would have been 14. It was really hard. I was so naive, both in my faith and just because I was young. I really did believe going into it, but I don't think I'd ever really experienced anything truly that devastating. I had a pretty good life up to that point, and that kind of rocked your world. And so whenever you think that everything is supposed to be okay as a kid and that you trust God, and then suddenly something that devastating happens, I didn't really know how to respond. And I thought, this isn't supposed to happen. Not to me, at least. I really wanted to emotionally cut myself off. It took me a long time to actually cry about the situation. The only thing that really kept me going was that I was still plugged in. I went to summer camp, and there's one friend, I wonder if she even remembers, but she came up to me and she told me, like, everything was gonna be okay. And at first I kind of broke down. Like, I let everything else I was holding on to out. Part of me didn't want to let it go because it almost felt like I would be like forgetting about my mom, but in that moment I was healed of that. After I graduated, I started volunteering at Mixed Youth as a leader now. I don't really think there's anything else like it. One of my favorite lines of any song, any worship song, is, "You take what the enemy meant for evil, you turn it for good." Ironically, looking back at that and seeing that, I felt that my life was over when really everything had just begun. We serve a God that can do impossible things. Just when you think that there's no going forward, God always makes a way. Now that it's come full circle and that I'm seeing all this life change happen around me and seeing these kids that have gone through the same stuff that I've gone through, and I'm able to comfort them and tell them that everything's gonna be all right. It's probably one of the biggest gifts that God has ever given me.